Hey, Panther Nation. Have you ever crashed your spin scooter going down Cardiac Hill? Or wiped out on an icy sidewalk in South Oakland? Have you ever been hit by a bus crossing Forbes Avenue? Well, you may not have to pay that hospital bill on your own. If you're hurt in an accident, pick up the phone and call Guido at Guerrera Law. Guido Guerrera is a University of Pittsburgh Law School grad, Pitt football superfan, and experienced personal injury attorney who's licensed in Pennsylvania and Ohio. And it is 100% free to call him for consultation on your personal injury case. So the next time you get rear-ended in Oakland rush hour traffic, or if you fall down the stairs at Peters, call Guido. All joking aside, Oakland and the world can be a very dangerous place. If you need legal help, talk to Guido. He'll treat you like a fellow Pitt fan and never like a number. 412-229-7757 is the number to call. That's 412-229-7757 to call Guido. You can also contact Guerrera Law at guerreralaw.com. That's Gurrera. Call Guido today.
Please welcome on to the Loyal Sun Show, Pitt basketball forward and one half of the Twin Towers, the Twin Sensations. We've got Jorge Diaz-Graham on the show today. Jorge, how you doing this morning?
So I'm doing good. Just woke up like a few minutes ago.
Same
You're enjoying the rainy Pittsburgh day?
Yeah, no, yesterday was nice. Yesterday was always a good day. That's why I'm like kind of late today.
How'd you spend your 80-degree day in Pittsburgh? We don't get too many of those.
I think it was this. It's called Flag Finals Friday.
Oh,
So we just went out, have some fun.
Love it.
Basically, we were like the whole day outside, and it was nice.
Love it. That's what it's all about. So
Yeah.
So you got here from the Canary Islands in Spain. You spent some time down at IMG Academy. How did they convince you to come up to Pittsburgh? Did they only bring you up when it was warm weather?
It's funny because when I came in my visit, it was very warm. It was like around this time. So
Yeah.
the days I was here, it was always like warm. But no, basically, I think they convinced me. Theo did his part, like by reaching out, like almost every day, like saying the stuff he said, like how he trusted in us, like he wanted me and Mario to play together, and I think what finally like convinced us was the visit here. I don't know. I think coach has talked about it, like how good that visit was. He's not lying. Like that might be the best visit I had, and I think that was the like the key for the decision we made.
what was it about that visit? Was the connection with the coaches? Was it the campus?
It was
What was it?
it was everything a little bit. Like the facilities were great. Like we had a really fun, like good time with coaches, all of them. Um, I remember I really connected with Jake and with Blows and all these guys. Then we also were lucky because we were like, you know how when you do a visit, you spend some time with some of the teammates, right? So it was supposed to be Nate and Will who took us, but Nate was out of town. He was visiting someone, and then Will didn't want to, so Fish got us, and that was even. So the thing is, like, it was like Saturday, and it was the same that like it was after Finals Friday, so nobody was alive. Like everyone was like at home, so there was not much to do. So we just spent time with Fish, like talking at his crib, and I don't know. I just really like him a lot.
Tour guide
And
Fish, love to see it.
yeah, so yeah, it was basically everything. Like also the city was nice. Um, you can what I like the most is like you can walk everywhere, even though you have those hills, but mostly you can walk everywhere. It's like back home. Like I can walk everywhere. So
Yeah, absolutely. So you get here on campus, spend a few months leading up to those first first games, but what was it? Did you feel like this team could be pretty good this year? Like, what was the first time where you were like, oh, this is a really good basketball team?
I don't really know. Like the thing is, like, I never try to think like how good we're gonna be. Like I don't try to make like any expectative. But for me, I was surprised because coach was always saying like how special we were, like how good can we be, and like I wanted to believe him because he's a pretty good coach, and I think he knows what he talks about. So I was like, I mean, he's saying it, so it might be true. But then, like in practices, I felt like it was very competitive. Like as coach said one time, he said like the difference with this team is like when you make a mistake, they're gonna make you pay. Like in practice, if you make a mistake, you're fucked. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
if you leave Blake a little bit alone, he's gonna make it. And even same with Greg, same with Santos, everyone can score, everyone can like if you get if you know focus, like you're fucked. So that's when I first like start realizing like how good we were. But it wasn't until we start like winning and playing that I really like understood like how good we were.
Gotcha.
Because it just felt good like when we played and honestly like, we have like that 3 games we didn't really play good. It was that span of 3 games we lost. But after that, I think against NC State, uh, at NC State, I really saw like how good we were, and since then like we went up. So
Yeah, that's true. I guess you really haven't seen much college basketball leading up to this year, so you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's a good team, what's a bad team until
yeah,
you get into it.
honestly, yeah, I did watch some NCAA before coming here, but it was mostly like March Madness,
Mm.
and I didn't know much about SEC. I only know like Duke, like North Carolina. But yeah, basically what I watched was March Madness, and like it's not the same when you watch it in TV that when you like actually live it. So yeah, it was like it was it was awesome like to be a part of a team like was competitive and fun.
How excited were you for your first game?
I was pretty excited. Like for me, like in Spain, we don't have like we have big stadiums, but usually like I don't play there. You know, it's like the professional teams play there. So once I got here in the visit and I saw the pit, I was like, wow, like this is really big. And I knew like the first game that it wasn't packed, like but there was a lot of people still, and the Oakland too, obviously. So yeah, the first game, like when I saw the crowd, like when I was warming up, and I already see like people coming in. It was like 2 hours and a half before the game, and people was already there. I was like, damn, like they really enjoy basketball here. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I was really excited, honestly, and also like having playtime and like just playing. It's just like a blessing.
Yeah, that first game, Squid and I were there, and you're right. It wasn't a huge crowd, but we could tell there was something a little bit different about that team. But one particular moment in that game, you guys gave the little finger wag. You actually
Oh
gave it
yeah,
twice. The second
yeah,
time around,
yeah,
it got a technical. What
yeah.
did Coach Cable say to you after you got teed up?
I remember I was going to the locker room, and he was like, "Don't do it again." I was like, "Okay, that's my bad." But the funny story is, it wasn't even my fault. I mean, it was my fault because I did it, but I didn't know the ref didn't want us to do it again. So the story behind it is, I don't know if we explained it, but basically, we had like a block, both of us like in the same play, and we just did it like out of nowhere, like at the same time. So it was I was kind of hyped because like my brother
Oh,
told me like,
yeah.
bro, like you would it at the same time. That was tough, and I was like, damn. So we were like this for like a lot of time. So the ref went to talk to my brother, and he was like, that was fun, but don't do it again. But he only told my brother, so I didn't know, and my brother didn't tell me.
So it's
And
Guillermo's fault, huh?
yeah, so next play, I think I got another block, and it was also this guy was like kind of talking trash of like to me. So I was like, I'm not good. So I did it. I got checked. I was like, oh my god. And then my brother was like, bro, I told you not to do it. I was like, you didn't tell me shit, bro. This is your fault. Yeah, but it was fun though.
That was definitely fun. You got the crowd going. It was the first time seeing you play, so we're like, we like these guys. They're getting blocks. You got a little bit of an edge. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Now, did your first season go about how you thought it would go? Was college basketball about what you expected? What was the biggest transition, I guess, for you? Not at all.
Nah, not at all. Like honestly, I didn't expect any of this like to come like how it came. Like when I got here, I was thinking I was like, hey, okay, this is gonna be like a transition season where we're gonna work like in our bodies, like get bigger and just work in our game. And I wasn't expecting like playing time at all. But yeah, so I didn't have any expectative like of playing. Like I'm okay with not playing as long as I'm having fun. So when I started like playing, I was like, damn, like also because we had a lot of like injuries and people who wasn't playing. Like Will was out, John was out, then Cash didn't come. So like we had some like space in the roster. So I think that like make us like give us the chance to play and it was pretty exciting honestly like playing and actually like doing good and like helping the team is the most important was like I wasn't expecting at all
Yeah,
and not even in I don't even talk about March Madness like that's another thing apart
that's what we're
like
going to get into next. We saw you helped the team throughout the season. You made it to March Madness. Did you have any idea it was that big? I know you said you watched a little bit of it, but what was it like
I
being
did
there, walking into the
yeah
arena the first time?
it's quite different like I remember watching March Madness last year and I was like damn like it would be nice to be there and they're actually being there and playing it was like damn like like a matter of 1 year I went from watching the TV to be actually in the TV so it was like pretty impressive and like I don't know I'm like March Madness is a pretty big like tournament like everybody knows about it so there's a lot of hype and I don't know like around that time like I got like a lot of DMs like people supporting and just like for me honestly it was like being with the team like for a week like having fun with the guys, traveling a lot, like going to these awesome stadiums, like the locker rooms with your name, March Madness, everywhere, like all the media, everything. I enjoy everything of it. So it was pretty awesome.
What was your favorite moment from March Madness? I think there's probably a leader in the clubhouse, but I have an idea.
Yeah. I say in the court, it was against Iowa State. That play I did with my brother.
Yeah.
That was awesome, and I still like watch it sometimes. Like damn,
I was gonna say, how many times have you watched it, you think?
like more than 50 times.
Same.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, like that. I don't know. I was because when I did it, like it didn't look that good. But then when I see like again, it's like that pass and like how he finished that dunk and the reaction from the teammates too. I also like when I watch clips. Most of the times, I'm just watching to see the reaction of other people.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty awesome. Like it was good time.
Was that more exciting to you than Fish's bucket against Syracuse?
Well, we're talking about March Madness though.
You're right. Talking
Yeah.
March Madness, but I'm just going back to Fish's bucket because I know everyone went nuts because you're talking about everyone's reaction. Everyone went nuts. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
you were what, high stepping down the court?
Yeah, I think that video was out. Like I was like jumping for, like I was playing defense jumping honestly, and I mean, Fish, he's the guy. Like everyone like wants him to do good, and it was just like senior night, like Syracuse. It was sell out, and it was just like Fish last time to score in the Pitt. And I remember we were all like nervous because he knows he has to score, so he also gets nervous. So you want him to do good. So I remember like we all were trying to give him the ball. Like we all knew as soon as he stepped on the court, it was like okay, it's Fish time. Like I don't even want to look at the rim. I'm just passing it to Fish and let him cook. So I remember he missed the first shot he took. I don't wait. Did he make a layup first? I don't know. I think when he shot that three,
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna go in. Like I was ready to go nuts at the moment, but I think he missed, and I saw the ball going up. I was like, I need to get this ball, so I just jumped and I tipped it back to Blake, and he got it, and the rest is history. Like he made a layup, like, and also I was like near the rim, so the layup didn't go through like quick. It was like it bounced and then it got in. So I was like, no way it's gonna go in. And once it got in, I was like, oh my god! I started like not crying, like shouting a lot, and I was just looking at him. He was like, "Yeah, bitch, yeah, bitch." I was just laughing.
I was
And
gonna
then
say that's got to be
once
one of the most hype moments at the Pete ever. The whole team on the court, off the court,
that
were
was
going
spectacular.
nuts.
Like,
The game was still
honestly,
going on, but it didn't matter.
yeah, at that point I was like, okay, like Syracuse, do whatever you want. Like I don't even want. I just want the game to be finished to go celebrate. And that's what we did. Like when the game was finished, I was like, okay, what we doing? So I look at the bench and I see everyone ready to run. I was like, oh my god, they coming. So they just start running. I turned myself. I went to Fish, and we just like, hug him, and I don't know. It was a very beautiful moment.
Yeah, it really was. It was just a perfect way to cap off the home finale, and we talked to Fish about it, and I mean, not a better guy that could have happened to. So
Yeah,
but so
honestly.
happy for him. But yeah, so the season was full of amazing moments. We talked about the March Madness stuff. Talked about there you go, get the hydration, love it. We talked about everything that you went through this year. So this off season, what's the main goal for you as a player to improve and just take that next step for next season?
Yeah, so right now we're working really like hard on like the physical part. We're trying to get stronger and get bigger, and I think we're doing a pretty good job with Vince. Like he has a plan for us, and also with our nutrition girl, like she has a plan for us too. So we just like following it and just doing what they say, like working as hard we can, like eating a lot, and we have a break now. And then once we come back in May, we're gonna keep doing like working our physical stuff. And then also right now we cannot practice with coaches because of NCAA rules. So we know I'm doing one-on-one stuff by myself, like and with Nate. But right now we cannot practice with coaches, so I'm just like trying to keep like my shooting up. But once we start again, I wanna start working on my handles and my consistency on shooting, and just in my game. I wanna step it up. Like I want to actually play the three like more time and give like more space for the four to my brother. So yeah, just working on that. Keep working on defense, but that's gonna come with the strength in legs. So yeah, basically handles and shooting. That's what I want to work in.
So, what is your workout routine looking like nowadays, and what does the diet look like? Or what's a day
So
of
right
putting
now,
the work in?
how we do? So let's say we can practice with coaches. So
Yeah.
usually it's like wake up. Like if I have class, I go to class. If not, I like breakfast. I go to lift. It's like hour and a half lift, like a pretty big lift. And then once you're done, I have maybe a workout with JC, and he just like handle like one-on-one, like pull ups and like guard stuff. So and then yeah, once you're done, like you're free to do whatever you want.
Love it. Well, let's get you a lot of hamburgers from Stack, a lot of chicken wings. Load up on there. But
Yeah,
but no, seriously. Appreciate you coming on, Jorge. Appreciate
of
everything
course.
you did for the team this season. But we're not quite done yet. So we do have this segment we like to do with all the hoopers at the end. It's called Full Court Press. Basically, we're going to
Okay.
ask you rapid fire questions. You can answer them quick, but if there's a little bit of a story to go with it, you can give us more of a story there.
Okay.
But we're going to hit you quick and we'll get you out of here. So,
All right.
Full Court Press, we are little special version. These first few questions we're going to ask you about who's better between you and Guillermo. He's not here to defend himself, so you can just say yourself
it's me.
for each of these. But
me,
we got
yeah.
different categories here. So who's the better dancer?
Me.
Who wins in a dunk contest?
Him. Yeah.
Who's the better student?
Him, but because he loves to do homework. I'm more like I don't really like to do homework, so I'm more like always behind, and he's the one like who always know what he's doing. Like he knows what he has to do, so he's more like organized in that aspect. But he's not smarter though. He has very grades. Yep.
Gotcha.
Who's the better soccer player?
I give it a tie. Give it a tie. Yeah, it's a tie.
Now, who was the goalie? He was the goalie.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
He was better goalie than me. That's for sure. But I have more skills than him. So that's why I tie.
Gotcha. And last one, right now, today, who wins in a game of 1-on-1?
Oh, me. Yeah, I've done
Good
it
answer.
before. I always beat him. So, and he knows that. So, me.
All right, we have a few more coming at you. What is your hardest class?
It was stats. No, actually, it was between stats and calculus.
That's not too fun.
Yeah, no, it's not.
What's your favorite spot on campus?
Favorite spot? Ooh. The Pitt.
The
Pete gets rocking.
Yeah.
Favorite place to eat on campus?
Ooh. I always go to Chipotle, but I really like Viva Los Tacos. They have good tacos there.
Right. What are your favorite activities outside of playing basketball?
Oof. Yeah. It's been a while. I used to play games a lot. I'm getting back to it, but this year I didn't really play games. I just like hang out with my teammates and just watch Netflix, whatever. Like we didn't really have time to do much stuff, so just like hanging out with my teammates and like watching TV.
Gotcha.
Who was the hardest teammate to guard in practice?
I feared it was John because he was too big for us. And then once he got injured, I say it's hard because everyone like Blake is hard to guard because you have to know where he is every time. Nike is hard to guard because he's so explosive. Like you need to be ahead of him every time. Greg same, you cannot miss him. Nelly same, like JV same, like everyone, even Fede, he's gonna if you're ready for him, he's gonna just dunk on you. Nate's gonna dunk on you. My brother is gonna do whatever he wants. Like I think everyone was hard to guard, but I think the hardest it might be just Blake because it's like you don't have to know where he is every time. And if you give him space, he's gonna make it.
Yeah, you
And
got to
then if
guard
you
him all the way out at half court.
and if you recover, he's gonna just go through you and score on you. So I said Blake.
Gotcha.
And also because I had to guard him because we played the four, so I was in the other team, so I always had to guard him. So he's the guy I most guarded. So
Right. Last one. Do you have a favorite Coach T.O. quote?
yeah, I don't think I can say this right now. I don't know what game it was, but it was like a pregame, and he was giving he always gives like a speech, and this time he was talking about the praying hands, like the story behind it, and Tio is like a very energy guy, so he gets into it, and he was just doing the pregame speak, like he was getting emotional, and there was this moment he was just saying this story, and it was this part he was like, my hands, and it was almost so super red, screaming, and it was just so fun. I remember when he stopped speaking, everyone started laughing. But he gets you going. His speeches are very emotional. So yeah.
Oh, we believe it. We love seeing T.O. get hype on the bench too, just like one of the other players.
Yeah. But he's like that every single day. So
yeah, nonstop energy. Well,
yeah.
Love it, man. Love that Tio helped get you guys up here, and we're glad you're Pitt Panthers. But nah, man, it was a super fun season, super fun following you, and I'm looking forward to next year and the next couple of years you guys are here. But yeah, man, we really appreciate this, and hail to Pitt.
How's it feel? Thank you so much. You guys are funny.
Oh, right
You're
back
funny.
at you.
We'll have to do this again sometime.
Are you or someone you know looking for work in a recession-proof industry? Are you someone that's interested in things like having health care, having a 401k, immediate PTO accrual, an employee assistance program, or referral payouts? Our newest sponsor, Haddad Accelerated Delivery, an Amazon delivery partner, is looking for safety-minded and dependable drivers to join their delivery service team. Be a part of a company that will encourage self-ownership and award bonuses based on exceptional safety and delivery efforts. This is the ideal gig for individuals seeking full-time work or students interested in making some pretty good money during breaks. If you or someone you know is safety-focused, hardworking, organized, efficient, and team-oriented, text HADD to 464-646 to apply. I understand that is an impossible string of letters and numbers, so here it is again. That's HADD to 464-646. For a job that's the total package, get it? Because, it's deliveries. Haddad Accelerated Delivery is the place for you.